I was intrigued at a recent event that we were at, and you were talking to those that attended, and you made this statement: there is no such thing as a toxic employee.
Oh, yeah.
And I was really intrigued by that. Can you just unpack that a little bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. I love coming out with that statement. It always gets a reaction in the crowd. You always see the people that are surrounded by what they think is toxic employees. Everybody's got one in the head the minute you say it. But my view on that is that nobody lies in bed in the morning while I'm going off, and before they even get up, nobody is lying in bed in the morning thinking to themselves, right, who am I going to piss off today? We just don't do it. Whose life am I going to make a complete and utter misery?
Right.
There might be a smidgen of a percentage of people in the world, to be fair, but the vast majority of us don't do that. Why? Because we've got our own personal brand that we want to look after. We want to feel safe all the time. So why would we behave in a way that would jeopardize our own safety? We just wouldn't do that. We just wouldn't. So we go to work, the vast majority of us go to work to do a good job. To stay off, if we're in an unsafe environment, to stay off the radar of the leader. Or to stay off the radar of that person next door that causes them all the problems during the day. Who they will probably call toxic. But this toxic notion thing is just coming from a person that is in a place of chronic stress. Or what we referred to in earlier videos was that F state. And when someone sits in that place for a long time, they go into themselves and they take action that will protect themselves. And we call this defensively aggressive action. And in doing what they need to do to stay safe for themselves, if that means the department of the person next door is put under more pressure because they're doing their job better or faster or whatever, then so be it. Don't mean to put you under pressure, but look, boss is having a go at me. I'm looking after myself here because nobody else is looking after me. And it's in that environment that these people are viewed as toxic because they're problem children. They're only problem children because the leaders have not unpacked the stressors around them and taken those away. Now sometimes those stressors aren't from work, sometimes they're from home. But even just having a conversation, acknowledging the fact that there's stuff there at home, then why wouldn't a leader have that conversation, support them while they're at work, and actually dare to suggest that actually when you come to work, this is your safe place. And we want you to behave in a way that is safe for yourself and others. Imagine that. Imagine going to work and that being a safe place. That's a novel thought. But that's what this is about. And toxic employees, they're not toxic. Their behaviour is viewed as toxic, but it's because nobody's dealing with the issues that they have around them.